Joselyne Edwards versus Priscila Cachoeira. Uh, let me see. I mean, Cachoeira, to be honest, has not been losing to scrubs. I think let's go back. Okay, 2019 is too far back. Let's start at 2020. Let's start at 2021. So Cachoeira beat what do you call her? Is she even still in the Gina Gina Mezzani? I don't even know what that means, but still. And then she lost to Gillian Robertson. Not too bad of a loss. And then she beat what do you call her? Jing Yeon Kim. I don't know how good that is. And then she beat I don't know why she changed her name. Ariane Lipski or Ariane De Silva. I get that she's married, but it's a bit confusing. And then she went on to lose Miranda Maverick, which is not too bad to be honest. And then she lost to Jasmine Jasu Davicias, also not too bad. And then beat is it what's her name? Josiane Nunes. So in hindsight, I don't know if like the people she's been losing to. I mean, I think the win over Ariane Lipski is quite decent to be honest. And losing to Miranda Maverick, I don't know. In hindsight, was it Miranda Maverick who? No, it wasn't Miranda Maverick. It was I forgot her name, like the girl who pulled out of the fight with Erin Blanchfield because of a panic attack. I think allegedly. So I thought it was Miranda Maverick. I'm correcting myself. Renee the Robber Edwards should win, but it's women's MMA, so I fully agree. So, in all honesty, I mean, at 36 and Joselyne Edwards is, I genuinely feel like Joselyne Edwards is better, which is kind of crazy because at one point it sounded like she was going through a really, really tough time. And I genuinely thought it would affect her career, but it seems like she's coming back and she's been performing really, really well, especially in her last two fights. I think she's on a two-fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually go to her record and actually verify this before I say things that I'm not particularly sure of. Um, let's see. Uh, this laptop, but hopefully, officially, it's the last time I'll be using something this slow. But yeah, I think Jocelyn Edwards in her last couple of fights, she fought what's her name? Okay, Chelsea Chandler is not that great to be honest. So even though she performed really well, and before that she beat Tamires Vidal, which is also pretty decent. I mean, I wouldn't call it an exceptional win, but still, I feel like it's pretty decent to be honest. And let's go back and look at the people that she's been losing to. I mean, her record is not too bad, man. Like before that, she lost to Aileen Perez, which is not too bad. Before that, she lost to Nora Conole, also not too bad. And then before that, she beat Pudilova. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like obviously it seems like uh, Priscila Cachoeira has been fighting better competition, but as far as the recent performances, I feel like Jocelyn Edwards is better. Plus, Cachoeira is older, and I know the argument is the unks and the aunts have been beating the younger prospects. But in this situation, and I've been saying this, I feel like it only applies if the prospect is not ranked, right? We're talking about prospects who are not tested in the UFC. Those are the people who normally lose, right? And you always feel like they are on the verge of losing their fights, even when they win. People like Zelhuba, like he has close fights, he still wins, but he has a close fight. So in this particular situation, I feel like Jocelyn Edwards has been performing exceptionally well in the last couple of fights, even though it wasn't the best level of competition. So let's get to the actual breakdown of the particular of the fight itself. So let's see. Yo, that's massive. So Jocelyn Edwards is going to have a 5-inch reach advantage. That's huge. If the fight stays on the feet, that's going to play a significant role as far as the striking goes. As far as finishing ability, I mean, both of them are not pretty good at finishing fights, but it's I would classify it as a high finishing rate in women's MMA at this particular point. Joselyne Edwards has a 67% finishing rate. Priscila Cachoeira has a 62% finishing rate, which is quite decent. And as far as output, both of them are pretty good at output, but I feel like Cachoeira is horrible defensively. I think she gets hit too much for my liking. So, as far as the striking goes, I feel like Joselyne Edwards is just going to outclass her. I wouldn't even be surprised if Joselyne Edwards gets a finish here. So Joselyne Edwards is going to have a 5 inch reach advantage. Joselyne Edwards is going to have a slight advantage as far as the output goes, and she's going to be significantly better defensively as far as the striking goes. So on the feed, the Joselyne Edwards is going to be the better fighter all round, the borderline a lock. On the ground, I think both of them offensively, I mean defensively, are not that great. Offensively, I would give the advantage to Joselyne Edwards. I think she's going to be shooting a lot more takedowns. She's going to be attempting a bit more submissions. So even though defensively, I feel like both of them are not particularly great. Joselyne Edwards is better offensively, so I'm going to give her the advantage. So Joselyne Edwards is borderline a lock, but it's WMMA, so anything can happen. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in Joselyne Edwards actually getting this one done. So yeah, my subscribers and I are going with Joselyne Edwards. I'm going to break down the last fight for today. Love and appreciate all of you. Deuces.